Right, we're at the home of Mr. and Mrs. McAlpin. They were referred to us by their neighbors, Mr. Gervin. And we're going to be doing some siding for them. Be a nice little project. It's a beautiful home. The only exception is the wood, basically. So now it's a 3/4 brick home. Getting the rest of this wood switched out with Hardie. It's really going to give them just a maintenance-free exterior, no worries, no hassle, painting, you know, all that good stuff. So it's going to be a nice little project for them to get done. So basically, we're looking at complete tear-off, looking at doing a fascia overlay, drip edge replacement. They don't have any metal drip now, so we'll get rid of that and go back with a Hardie drip. On the left and right sides, basically, all we got is pretty much a fascia overlay and drip edge replacement. A few places on the soffit. There's one right here, and then there's one about 25 feet from the trees here, where we need to tack the soffit back up, but then caulking and sealing and painting is going to give them all the mileage they need on the soffit. These little two, aprons kind of over the windows, those will all be Hardie plank. So it'll be consistent with everything else. But soffit overall is pretty good shape. We're going to leave the freeze board here and where it meets the brick, with the exception of just a couple places on the front here where the critters have been getting after it. So we're really running out of daylight. But this little area right here, wherever they can perch up there, we're going to replace that freeze board. So we'll remortar it to the brick. It should be just a light mortar back to the brick, and make it so they can't sit there and just perch there and chew on that stuff. So that area will be fixed. We have some fascia here. That whole 3-foot run of fascia there needs to come off. Really rotten back in this corner here. And again, the freeze board underneath, squirrels just perching up there, gnawing away. So we'll get rid of that little area just right here where they can post up on that roof and chew up there. We'll make that Hardie freeze board so we can get rid of that problem for them. Same area, same thing with this area up in here. Again, go to a Hardie freeze, and this area right here, go to a Hardie freeze. The last place would be this area right here. There's chew marks there too. So those couple areas will all replace with the Hardie freeze board. All this siding under here will become Hardie plank. I'm going to paint the porch ceiling and then retrim the side light and the transom and the front door all in Hardie. So all that trim that we see now will be Hardie plank. Again, paint, caulk, seal, soffit. This area above the garage door will become Hardie plank. We're going to wrap the garage door frame. You can see it's just like any home, 18 years old. It's taken some wear. So we'll wrap that all in Hardie plank and get it all buttoned up. This area, we'll probably need to cut that little bit out of the fascia and patch it up, seal it, and then continue on with our fascia overlay. We will they're going to say, I think, probably with a similar color, but we will be doing a color change, so we'll go ahead and paint the garage door as well. Kind of a courtesy there. Again, soffit, we got a little area right here that needs to be tacked back up. And we got another area right here on the second panel that needs to be tacked back up. And another area right over the glass block that needs to be tacked back up. Other than that, caulk and seal, paint it with our 2-step process from Sherwin-Williams, and it's going to be good as new. Again, drip edge all going bye-bye. It's pretty gnarly on this side. It's crooked and knotted, and I mean, it's just and it was just the install. I mean, it's just the way it was done. They painted a couple years back, and there were some repairs made, and leave that open to the quality of the repair work, but we'll get it all buttoned up and looking beautiful for them. But again, as you can see on the two sides, nothing but fascia and drip edge and soffit work. Coming around to the back is the majority of the project. So again, meters are in brick, so no worries there. And then here's the majority of the work. Initially, what kind of prompted them to get this done. So straightforward, we'll do a C-channel flash. That's going to be important for them because that's where 90% of their existing rot is right now, is at the foundation line. So we'll solve that problem. They told me that they had some critters marching around inside, and inside the attic. I don't see any place here. They said they had a roof hole or something that was fixed, but I can't see any area where any animal will be getting in. So if you guys can make note of that and just see if you see anything as you're up there working. Again, here it's full tear off, resheathe the wall, use like a quiet brace, we'll do our Tyvek, and then come over with our trim and our butt too on the boards, on the siding boards. Doing a cedar mill select 8 1/4. All these windows will be retrimmed in Hardie. It'll just look beautiful back here. These speaker wires, the speakers are gone, the wires are still hot, so what we want to do is maybe just cap those and then just use like a flat wall plate, whatever you guys think is best to cap these speakers off. They don't want to lose the wiring, but they don't want to have to rewire also, so we'll just leave the wires and cap it somehow without the speakers there. Soffit sagging right here, we'll tack that back up before we caulk seal and paint. We got a little, they wanted to make sure I put a little disclaimer in the video here, make sure we have you guys sign something, some sort of form, maybe get it notarized. But this deck is, it's on its way out. It's seen better days. So where that cooler is, there's actually kind of a hidden floor, like one of those things where you fall through the stage. So that, we got to be careful when we're working just with this deck. It's not in its prime day. So just be careful when the guys are working up here. Chimney will all be done. Capping, corner trim, everything as we see it now will all become Hardie plank. They are going to be getting a new door. I didn't spec for painting that door. They said they're going to go with a Pella door. So most likely that'll be some sort of paint color. I'll let them deal with Pella on that. But I did not spec to paint this back door because it's going to be replaced most likely before we come out. Again, C-channel flash, you can see all the rot that basically we got going on. It's all around that base. So again, C-channel flash is obviously going to be an important factor there to make sure that's not crawling up the wall. And here our last little wall space here. All become Hardie plank, Hardie trim. Everything will be done and nice and neat. And again, any kind of flashing or anything that's necessary up there. Said the roof is fairly new, but we'll make sure that we do any kind of flashing that's necessary up there as part of the project. So that's about it, guys. Enjoyed our time together tonight, and we really look forward to working for you and getting this all taken care of for you. Thanks so much.